Somkhiat Chantra's MotoGP debut. Valuable lessons or signs of bigger problems. Somkhiat Chantra made history as the first Thai rider in MotoGP when he made his debut with LCR Honda at the 2025 Thai Grand Prix. For a rookie making his first appearance in the Premier class, this race was undoubtedly a special moment filled with pressure and high expectations. Thousands of home fans gathered at the Buriram circuit to support him, creating an electrifying atmosphere. Despite the excitement surrounding his debut, Chantra's results were far from ideal. He finished 18th after starting from the back of the grid, just 5 seconds away from the final points scoring position claimed by Fabio Quartararo. However, rather than seeing this as a failure, Chantra viewed it as a valuable learning experience. Reflecting on his race, Chantra revealed that he learned a great deal from some of the top riders, particularly in terms of tire management and race rhythm. One of the key observations he made was how Quartararo was able to control tire degradation effectively throughout the race. From the beginning, Quartararo adopted a more conservative riding style, allowing him to maintain better grip in the final laps. In contrast, Chantra admitted that he was too aggressive in the early stages, which caused excessive tire wear and made it difficult for him to maintain speed towards the end of the race. This issue is not uncommon for rookies. Many riders who move up to MotoGP struggle to adjust their race strategy to the technical and physical demands of the Premier class. In Moto2, riders can afford to be more aggressive without worrying too much about excessive tire degradation. However, in MotoGP, such an approach can backfire. The Michelin tires used in the Premier class have a highly sensitive nature, and any mistake in tire management can lead to a significant drop in performance. Additionally, Chantra noted that his bike felt increasingly hot around his feet during the final 10 laps. While he did not see this as a major issue, this statement is interesting because it highlights the physical challenges that rookies face in MotoGP. The increased power of a MotoGP bike generates much more heat compared to Moto2, and this can be particularly challenging in high-temperature circuits like Buriram. Interestingly, fellow rookie I Ogura stated that he was not as affected by the heat, possibly due to his background in the Asia Talent Cup, which might have better prepared him for racing in hot conditions. From all the lessons he learned, Chantra now has a better understanding of what he needs to improve. However, the biggest question remains, can he adapt quickly? MotoGP does not offer much time for riders to adjust. If Chantra wants to succeed, he must quickly find solutions to improve his tire management and race strategy. His debut was not the best, but it was not the worst either. Many great riders have struggled in their first race, but those who learn quickly are the ones who eventually succeed. In the coming races, we will see if Chantra can turn his experience from the Thai Grand Prix into real progress. If he can improve and start competing for points, then his debut can be seen as a promising start. However, if he continues to struggle, the pressure will only grow, and questions about his future in MotoGP will become more frequent. Maverick Viñales' uncertain future with KTM, struggles after RC16 debut. Maverick Viñales' journey with KTM has started far below expectations. Finishing 16th in the Thai Grand Prix made it clear that he still has a lot of work to do to understand the RC16. Despite showing promising speed during preseason testing, his race performance told a different story. Viñales finished almost 30 seconds behind race winner Marquez, while his teammate, Enea Bastianini, managed to secure 9th place on the same bike. One of Viñales' main complaints was the loss of front tire grip when riding in a pack. He admitted that when riding alone, the front tire performed better due to lower temperatures, but once in traffic, the heat increased, making it difficult to control the bike. This is a crucial factor that needs deeper analysis, especially since Bastianini opted for a soft front tire and managed it more effectively. If the issue is just tire selection, Viñales should be able to improve in the next races. However, if it's a matter of his riding style not matching KTM's characteristics, the adaptation process could take much longer. KTM itself is not an easy bike to ride. The RC16's aggressive nature demands a different approach, and several riders before have faced similar struggles. Even Jack Miller, who had extensive experience with Ducati's V4 engine, has struggled to find consistency with KTM. This could be a major challenge for Viñales, who has spent most of his MotoGP career riding inline-4 machines from Yamaha and Aprilia. On the mental side, Viñales has a history of struggling under pressure. At Yamaha, he often started seasons strong before his performance faded. At Aprilia, it took him a long time to become competitive. If he continues to finish outside the top 10 in the coming races, pressure from the team and media will only grow, which could affect his confidence and overall performance. Viñales called his Thailand result a starting point, but in MotoGP, there isn't much time for long adaptation periods. KTM will expect rapid improvement, especially since his teammate is already faster on the same bike. If Viñales fails to show significant progress within the next 5 races, KTM may start questioning their decision to sign him. This will be a critical test for Viñales. Does he just need more time, or is this a sign that he simply isn't suited for KTM? The answer will become clear in the upcoming rounds. Rossi, Bagnaia, and the Marquez threat. Can Pecco survive? Valentino Rossi is once again in the MotoGP spotlight in 2025, with a more active presence in the paddock. However, a bold claim has emerged. Rossi cannot do much to help Francesco Pecco Bagnaia in his battle against Marc Marquez. This raises a crucial question: is Bagnaia really in danger, or is this his chance to prove he is a true champion? This season marks a historic turning point for Ducati. Rossi's VR46 team now enjoys full factory support, while in the Ducati factory team, Bagnaia must share a garage with Marquez, Rossi's longtime rival who is now chasing his record of 9 world titles. The season opener in Thailand sent shockwaves through the paddock. Marquez delivered a dominant performance, winning both the sprint race and the Grand Prix, reminding the world of his capability when given a competitive bike. This immediately sparked speculation. Is this the beginning of a new Marquez era, and can Bagnaia handle the challenge? Former rider and MotoGP analyst Sylvain Guintoli highlighted the difficulty of Bagnaia's situation. He pointed out that last year, even with an inferior bike, Marquez was still able to fight Bagnaia, particularly in intense battles like Jerez. Now, with an equal machine and full access to Ducati's data, Marquez's threat becomes even more significant. Rossi, a mentor who no longer matters. The claim that Rossi cannot help Bagnaia much in this fight is an intriguing discussion. As a mentor, Rossi can certainly provide strategic insights, but his personal experience against Marquez might no longer be relevant to today's MotoGP. Rossi once battled Marquez as a rival, but in a different context. They were on separate teams with different machinery. Now, Marquez and Bagnaia are on the same bike, in the same team, and sharing the same technical resources. This creates a far more complex dynamic than a simple inter-team rivalry. Moreover, modern MotoGP is heavily dependent on data and technical analysis. While Rossi possesses exceptional racing instincts, quick adaptation to data-driven insights is now the key to success. Bagnaia versus Marquez. Who will prevail? Guintoli emphasized the pressure on Bagnaia's shoulders. Being Marquez's teammate means facing an enormous psychological and technical challenge. Marquez is known for his mental toughness and aggressive racing style, even against his own teammates. Former world champion Neil Hodgson added that while many assume Marquez will overpower Bagnaia, it is not a certainty. Bagnaia is still evolving and learning, which means there is room for improvement. However, Hodgson also warned that Bagnaia cannot afford to give Marquez any space. If Marquez is allowed to dictate the pace with his aggressive riding style, he will dominate. Bagnaia must be flawless, securing pole position, leading from the start, and maintaining his rhythm without giving Marquez any opening to attack. 2025 will be the ultimate test of Bagnaia's career. If he can defeat Marquez on equal footing, he will cement his status as a true champion, not just a rider who benefited from Ducati's technical superiority in previous years. Conversely, if Marquez takes over as Ducati's leading force, Bagnaia's reign could end sooner than expected. More interestingly, how will Ducati handle this situation? Will they continue to back Bagnaia, or will they slowly shift focus to Marquez? One thing is certain, the 2025 MotoGP season has only just begun, and this rivalry will be the defining story of the year.